tap that out. When you've removed the pin, just tap the inlet valve out like that. You can see this is the front with the groove in it, and the plain end is the back. When you put that back, it's best to place it on something level like that and place it in like that. The large end on the end like that, just feed it in, hold it up like that, and then tap the pin back using your piece of wood. There's the pin. Here's a piece of wood. Get the punch. Get your assistant to hold it steady for you. That's it. We're now going to clean out the reservoir because there seems to be a fair bit of grease and debris in there. So we've got a long piece of nylon and some kitchen roll. We now get some kitchen roll, and in the top one, roll it up so it wipes out any debris or grease that's in there, because you don't want too much in there. You only need a slight bit of grease on the O-rings and threads, special high pressure stuff. Normally use Molykote 33. Pull it out, you'll see how much dirt and rubbish is in there. That's it. So that one's nice and clean. And now put it on the bottom one, but on the bottom one you need some sort of hook to be able to pull it out again. So get a bit of tissue to clean the lower reservoir. Just tie a knot in it like that. This is so that we can pull it out again, because you mustn't get anything stuck in this reservoir because it's blind at the end. So we're going to roll this up like that. Twist it round and just push that in there like that. Push it down the bottom like that. Then pull it out. There we are, and here's all the grease that was in there. Little bits of debris there. Do that a couple of times till you're happy with it's nice and clear. Then you can assemble the gun again. So to assemble the gun, you put the regulator on like that. Do that up so that it's free. Then place the exhaust valve in the housing that way. Leave this on if it's not an FAC one, or if it's a bit low on power, you can control it with the transfer port having a slightly larger hole. But this can also control the power as well by using a slightly smaller diameter. Place that in there like that, and the exhaust valve spring on the end, and then push this together like that, and just do it up loosely like that. Don't do it up too tight at this stage, because when it's in the gun you have to tighten this up with the tool, which will then expand that O-ring on that taper and lock it and seal. So we just leave it just short, and this goes in the gun with the two holes that have got to line up with that. Make sure you don't catch the O-rings. Replace them if they're worn with the holes lining up. Push it through. Then as they come through, line them up underside like that. Gradually line them up. line them up so they're dead true, then replace the screws. Then the other one. Just nip them up, that one and that one. Check that the adjuster moves, back it off a small amount. Place the tool in from the front now to tighten up and expand the O-ring, keeping this in position at the front. It will drop in, then just nip it up like that, pull it out. We can now replace the front pressure gauge like that. Keep this gauge so that it goes at the bottom when you turn it tight. You might have to back it off so it faces downwards like that. Then the top one, which has got the inlet valve on it, just tighten that one up. Replace these O-rings if they're torn. Just snip them up tight and tight I do. Then slide on the front covers, checking that the gauge looks as though it's in the right position, like that. That one's a little bit out, we'll back it off a tiny bit more, like that. That's it. That's lined up. We now put the barrel in the top with the two O-rings in the transfer port. Slacken these off a little bit so they've got a bit of play, and then push the transfer port in, tap it in so it's firmly seated on the O-ring, and then tighten up the two screws on the underside. 1 and 2. You can now replace the top of the barrel along with the spacer. Put the O-ring in the barrel. So place the spacer on the top and an O-ring. Put the O-ring in the barrel like that. And then place it on the top, gradually easing it forward. Just ease it forward like this. Place the barrel on the top, the spacer at the back. Gradually ease the barrel forward, keeping the spacer back until it locks up and lines up with the transfer port at the back. Clip it on like that. Then you can tighten up the front capstans like this. That one. Get your special tool. Last one. And the next one. And again, back. Again. Oh, back again. Replace the front cap on the lower reservoir, like that. And again with the special tool, just nip it up